Everybody, welcome back. IYABO OJO Chioma Ikoku explains her secret role in Juma Jux-Priscilla love story. I'm looking at the report here. Shout out to IYABO OJO, Priscilla, and Juma Jux. We're still following, as you know, we're still following the story, their love story. We're going to continue to follow the love story. We're interested in their success. More importantly, okay. So congratulations to them again. So I'm looking at this report on Premium Times. It says how I introduced Juma Jux to Priscilla convinced IYABO OJO to accept him as son-in-law. Chioma Ikoku. She says encouraging the couple on their love at first sight quest was one thing, but convincing IYABO OJO was another. And I read on Premium Times. It's likely that memories of the talk of the town wedding between Priscilla Ojo, daughter of actress IYABO Ojo, and Tanzania Juma Jux will linger for a while. By the way, she just won big time at the 17th Headies at press time. So congratulations. It was general consensus, okay? It was one of the best performances of Headies. But Headies is still, according to reports, they're still struggling with their programming when it comes to the award show. A lot of awkward silences and stuff like that. I don't know why they're struggling with that. All they need is 3 solid project manager and they can get this done. But they still struggle because I was watching a little bit of it. There are awkward silences and moments that it seemed like the artists didn't know what they were doing. There was the Odumodu Black who did not want to get off the stage at the time when they said he was done with thanking his mama and God. He almost looked like he was about to speak heresies against our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and then they shut him down, then they brought him back. It's just messy. But anyway, shout out to Juma Jux because apparently to a lot of people he made the night. So continue with this report in terms of how Chioma helped. They said the adorable couple stole the hearts of many last Thursday as they exchanged vows. In this case, it played out in the role of Nigerian businesswoman Chioma Ikoku. Sorry, I skipped something to say, but it's almost impossible to have a fairy tale wedding of that magnitude without Cupid having a hand in it. People that joined them together. Is that what Cupid is? I'm guessing. I'm using context. God help me. In this case, it played out in the role of Nigerian businesswoman Chioma Ikoku, popularly known as Chioma Good Air. In bringing the couple together, she shared their unique love story on Instagram. And if you don't know who Chioma is, this is let's watch this together. Let's watch this. See.
About to bring her up, and as a matter of fact, this will shock her. We're celebrating the person who introduced these two. Please welcome Chioma. And we have to give her applause today because you deserve those flowers. Thank you for this beautiful union. Hello everyone, good evening.
All right, so I don't want the music to be flagged because of the music. As you can, that's Chioma right there. So she said in this caption on her Instagram page, this was a week ago apparently. Say it was one thing encouraging Prissy and Juma on their love at first sight quest, but it was a whole another thing convincing Queen Mother, that's IYABO OJO, to allow a big-time Tanzania artist date her only daughter and prized possession Prissy. At the time, we didn't have any Tanzania ties, nor had we been there. It all just seemed so far-fetched. But the little time I spent around Juma in Rwanda was enough for me to know that he was a good man with a good heart. That was absolutely smitten by Prissy from the jump. It wasn't easy convincing IYABO. I remember walking all the way from Oxford Circus to the end of Knightsbridge, almost 2 hours. I don't know if those are actual physical locations she's talking about. Chioma sounds like a British person trying to convince her. And after that, she would call every other hour saying, but Chioma, this blog said this and that blog said that. And I say, but you and I know most gossip blogs are inaccurate and unfounded. Plus, I had grilled Juma enough in Rwanda when he expressed his profound interest in my little sis. So as God would have it, he had solid answers for every single one of IYABO's concern. Shortly after that, she said, well, if she's gonna date him, then he better be ready to marry her. This is where some people say, well, but she's only 24. Why are you saying that? If you have 24-year-old daughter, 24-year-old daughters, for the past 6 years, you should have been making sure they are prepared for the right opportunity. Okay, don't be one of those woke Gen Z millennial feminist people that say no, they should study and wait until they are 37. Are you going to fall a husband out of the skies when they're 37? I'm asking, it's a question. Anyway, IYABO said you better be ready to marry her, and I said I promise you he will. He told me he wanted to marry her on day one. Most serious men, they know when they meet their wife. It doesn't mean the marriage will be perfect. Every single marriage that is created will go through their own form of crisis. Okay, hopefully they are prepared or they have the right support system to navigate that. So anything else you have to say outside of that doesn't really matter. It's not a marriage thing, it's a life thing. Like a joke, we started planning the wedding on this call. This was August 2024. It was funny because they had just become official boyfriend and girlfriend, and here we were speaking the actual details of a wedding into existence. IYABO was saying they must come to Nigeria to take her. That's the right way to do as a Yoruba person. Omoluabi, Okaro Jire, that's how we do it. You come and take the bride from us properly, okay? And then we can do one in their country too. It was laughing at first because of how detailed she was being, but then I quickly got serious because anyone who truly knows IYABO knows how prophetic she is. Whatever she speaks with her mouth. Let's see here.
Thank you so much. A lot of people don't know that you paid for the hall for the engagement. Yes. Yes, she said, "This, please give me this to do," and I did. Thank you so much for loving my daughter like your own.
So that's IYABO Ojo thanking Chioma. Chioma looks so much like Portia Williams. I said that before, right? Yeah, I think it's the makeup. It's probably the same people doing their makeup, but oh well. IYABO was saying they must come to Nigeria, of course, and I was laughing at first because of how detailed she was being, but then I quickly got serious because that's her daughter. Are you kidding me? And shout out to IYABO again for not being traumatized by her own personal experiences and then prescribing weirdo things that has never been tested, like wait until you're 37 before you start thinking about the husband. Don't say that to your daughter, so I'm warning you. And don't say that to your sons either. Okay, if your son is 24, for the past 6 years they should have been preparing for the right opportunity just in case it presents itself. Well, what are you saying? If they can't marry until 24, why would they be dating since 18, 19? I didn't say they have to date, okay? But they should pay attention. Sometimes people meet people and then life takes them apart and then bring them back together. They maintain friends. It depends, okay? Now, generally speaking, I'm being general now. I do think 21, 22 is a bit young, and then it might be a little tricky. Should they be dating for 3, 4, 5 years? I think they should be preparing for their life partnership, okay? And if they are spending enough energy on that, it won't matter how long they've been dating. And honestly, it wouldn't matter if they get married, okay? You know what, most of you that are complaining that you should have waited is because nobody prepared you for marriage. That's why. So why don't you solve the right problem and stop prescribing the wrong solution for the wrong problem? Anyway, whatever she speaks with her mouth comes to pass. Okay, fast forward, barely 3 months later, we started planning an actual wedding. The JP, hashtag JP 2025, you've all come to be a part of. I want to also honor you today, IYABO, for the incredible human that you are. This wedding has truly proved how loved you are, and I'm happy that nations are calling you blessed. Thank you for handing over Priscilla to me as my little sister, the way you have taken me as your own little sister. All right, get Adorable of God. Shout out to Adorable of God. That's part of our family here. She said, true, IYABO is very prophetic, and I like the way she's always calling things to existence. Congratulations to you both. Absolutely. Jux-Priscilla here also made a comment. She said, my big sis, thank you for being my pillar of strength and for celebrating with me on my special day. Your love and support mean the world to me. I love you more than words can express. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so let me play this for you. So I see here, you can see here, see, it says 17th Eddie Awards winner, Best East African Artist of the Year. Some weirdos are on the internet asking, this is IYABO celebrating her new son-in-law. Some weirdos are asking, what's the criteria for winning? Why is it not Diamond? That's a very weirdo question. That's all I'm going to say about that, as a matter of fact. Let me see here. I think, yeah, so shout out to what's his name now? His name is Juma Jux. Shout out to Juma Jux. He's being celebrated heavily in Nigeria. There's a post I'm looking for here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I can't find it. It's all good. All right, I was just gonna play it doesn't matter. I was gonna play the whatchamacallit. We might have an exclusive coming up, by the way. Pay attention. We might have an exclusive. Somebody reached out to me and they want to tell their own side of a story that we covered in the past. So we might have an. So anyway, I have a question for you. Okay, I have a question for you. Do you still think 24 is too young to start preparing for the opportunity to be married? That question is very tricky. Think very well before you answer it. Do you think 24 years old, it doesn't matter what gender, do you think 24-year-old is still too young? Do you still think it's still too young to prepare? Okay, we're going to cover this in a second here. To prepare for the right opportunity, just in case it presents itself. Do you think 24 will be too young to be prepared for the right opportunity to prevent itself? Because again, it can happen anytime after you're an adult, right? And just as much as you might want to tell a story that, oh, somebody got married too early and then, you know, and their life bafuka, and if they knew what they knew. Well, here's the thing. As much as you want to tell us those kind of sub stories, there's also sub stories that said, had I known, I think I met the husband or the wife of my youth. The Bible talks about the wife of your youth, right? I think I met them about 6 years ago. Had I known, that also exists. Okay, there's I think there's Proverbs 5:18, which encourages men to rejoice in their wives, emphasizing that they should always be the wife they married in their youth, regardless of their age. Okay, that's Old Testament, Abby, I know. Listen, if you look around you, you have more than enough excuses to self-sabotage. So let's not bring scriptures into it. Let me just stick to the question I'm asking you. Do you think it's too early? That's my question. Answer mine in the comment section below. I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.